Hey guys, it's 80's, and today I am going to be doing another 80's interview on,
Oh, my name is Mr. Math, also known as Ross's dad.
yeah, and question number one, how was your life in 1980?
My life in the 1980s. Well, I was born in 1973, so turned 1980 when I was 7. And so from 7 to 10, pretty much just playing on the playground, watching cartoons on Saturday morning, going to school, just enjoying life. Then when I turned around 10 years old, I got a paper route. I knew at 10 years old I wanted to start saving for a truck. And I had big dreams as a 10-year-old, and I got that paper out. It was a lot of work, but I had that paper out for 6 or 7 years, and I saved, not every penny, but I saved a significant amount, and I was able to buy my first truck when I turned 16. So that was a significant thing in my life, was the paper out and buying my first truck. But I do remember before I bought the truck, during those years, delivering the papers and just enjoying time with friends and riding my bicycle outside, going down to the fields. We had a field down the street from our house, and I would ride my bike, and we created dirt jumps, and we created a little track. So always riding on the bicycle or the dirt bike, not a motorbike, but we'd run around the neighborhood, play hide and go seek, cops and robbers, played basketball at the neighbor's house. Always did like basketball. Water balloon fights, going to the park, swimming. Anytime we could find a neighbor with a swimming pool, we always liked to swim. It's hot in Bakersfield. What else? Life in the 80s was great growing up. I can come back to more later, but what's your next question?
Question number two, favorite 80's movie?
Ooh, there are several. I can't narrow it down to one favorite 80s movie, but I definitely like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's another couple movies that were big that I really enjoyed. Oh, I liked E.T. E.T. was a great movie. I remember going to see that the first time at the Crest Drive-In. It was a drive-in theater, and we got to see E.T. At a drive-in theater. So those were some of my favorite movies.
Question number three, favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? I remember watching Matlock and MacGyver with my dad, so I always enjoyed watching Matlock, MacGyver, Murder, She Wrote. So I liked those shows because I got to watch them with my dad.
Question number four, favorite band?
Favorite band? I think Metallica was just getting their start in the early 80s, and probably mid to late 80s is when I started enjoying. Really liked Metallica.
Okay. Question six, is it a question six, is there a favorite memory that you have about the 1980s?
Probably purchasing that pickup. 16 years old, going up to Delano, and my brother-in-law actually took me up there because he knew the dealer, and it was just it was a big highlight as a 16-year-old to be able to go in and say, hey, I'm here to buy a truck. And so that was probably my biggest memory, was all that hard work, throwing those papers in the rain, and getting up every morning, 7 days a week. I think I had a couple vacations here and there, or got a sub here and there. But buying that pickup truck, 1989 GMC S15.
You remember the color?
I do.
Question number 7. If you could go back to the 1980s for 1 month, what would you be doing?
So if I could go back to the 1980s, I would probably make sure we had more family gatherings and more family parties. We used to go to the park quite often with my sister Kathy, and we would just get together as a family and do a big picnic, and everybody would bring a dish, and we would play volleyball or football or frisbee and just be at the park, and everybody would have just a great time, have good memories of getting together with the family at the park, and then just enjoying time with the family. Also, I would probably like to go back to the 1980s, and this will make Ross laugh, I'd probably eat more fast food. Eat more fast food and eat more candy and junk food and all the good things that you can do when you're younger. Drive my truck more. That's about it.
Question number 8. Any regrets about Hannah?
So I always like to say no regrets in life. I'm sure there were a few regrets, but I was only 7 to 17, so I really can't think of any right now.
Okay. Question number 9. Did you have a favorite sport at the time?
I did. I was on a bowling league with some friends, and so I remember bowling on Saturday mornings. I really always liked to go bowling. And we had a pool table in our house, so I liked playing pool. So bowling and pool, those were my sports. And of course basketball at the neighbor's house.
Question 11. Is there a really funny memory you wish to share while growing up during this time?
Sure. I remember when I got that truck, my sisters were always wanting me to take them somewhere with their friends, and they said, we'll do anything. So I took them to AM/PM, and I had them they had to take like kitchen beaters. One of them took an iron, one of them took a curling iron, and they had to dress in their pajamas and put their hair up all funny. And so I took them to AM/PM, and because they said they'd do anything, they went in all silly. I thought that was pretty funny. It's the only memory I could think of right now that's really funny.
Awesome. Question number 12. So, out of all of the years of the 80s, what year was your favorite for you and why?
1985 was a good year. I don't know why, but just 1985, right in the middle of the 80s. I must have been 12. I remember I got to fly up to Washington State to see my sister and my nieces and nephews, and I really just had a great time. It was my first airplane flight, and got to visit Washington State, and went to a baseball game up there. Got to see all of Seattle, the Space Needle, and just being away from home for a couple weeks. I think I went a good 10 days or so, and I got to be on a military base, Got to tour a submarine while I was there, and that's kind of unheard of that a civilian gets to go on a submarine. But because I was, 10 or 12, they allowed me to go on the submarine. So I was actually able to tour a submarine that was an active submarine. So that was a good memory and a good year, and so 1985.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you to the interviewers for wanting to do this video. It's taken a long time for this video to happen, but finally happened.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say anything else before I shut the camera off?
Thank you, Ross. I really do enjoy your channel, and I know you've worked very hard over the last several years to keep this channel going, and I am just very, very proud of you, Ross, for all that you do with the 80's everything, and you do a phenomenal job, Ross, and I'm very proud of you, and thank you for picking me to give an interview. I love you, Ross.
Yeah, I love you too, guys. Bye, guys. You want to say bye?
Oh, bye.
Bye.